What's up? It's Bankrol Hayden. I just checked in with the Hip Hop Guru, man. Listen to our interview. Appreciate y'all having me.
This is the Hip Hop Guru. My name is Alex. Today we have a very special guest in the building, Bankrol Hayden.
Thank you for having me.
How's it going, man?
Good, man.
So, welcome back to Toronto. The first time you were in Toronto, you had a little bit of an issue kind of getting around things, huh?
Yeah, I had to stay in Buffalo, New York, and then my aunt mailed me my passport, and then I took a Greyhound by myself.
How was that?
It was cool, man. She made me grow up a little bit, and then I met up with the boys, man, in Toronto, man, and it was good. But
that's what's up, man. This time you definitely made sure to triple check to get your passport in the bag, huh?
No, I was ready to go, man. I'm not a rookie no more. I'm ready. Second time.
So what do you think about the city of Toronto?
I love it, man. I feel like it gives me like Europe energy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm in Europe out here for some shit. I don't know why. I feel like I'm in like London.
No, that's sick. That's more like Montreal. I see like that's
yeah,
like
that too. Because like everybody was speaking French out there.
Yeah.
I've been feeling like I'm just in a whole nother world out here.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's a little bit different over there.
It's different from my hometown.
So this one's the first headline tour. How does it feel to be on the road? You're on like the second, it's like halfway point of it.
Yep, we're like halfway through, man. It's so real, bro. I never thought that my music would get me this far, man, and have my own tour bus and be able to freaking headline my own tour. I only thought like, I don't know, I never envisioned that. I always thought like, oh, I'm just gonna be direct support for somebody else, and I'm always like on some underdog shit, but it's crazy now that I got my own tour, and it's small, but it's the beginning right now, you know?
So what's the biggest thing you've learned so far having your headline tour versus doing a tour under like second to somebody else?
It's really like a reality check. It's showing you how many people really love you and fuck with you. It's like people try to hide behind all this other artists and this and that, but you ain't really putting in the groundwork unless you really go hit the road on your own with your fans and see what you really got out there, you know what I mean, and build off of that until that double next time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But
so you started like music around the 8th grade, right?
Yep.
You're doing like freestyles in the car and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
Did one to like Drake's Nice for What.
That shit blew up. That shit was crazy. That shit blew up, man. That Nice for What freestyle literally like went from like 50K Instagram followers to like 150K in one night from that little video.
Based on one video?
Yeah, like it was going up, man.
That's what's up.
I went up off that shit.
What was your feeling in that moment? Was that the moment you felt like, you know, I could do this as like a career full time?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, back then, bro, Instagram was just crack. Like it was like, the algorithm was just, you know what I mean? Like you could just post anything and it'll go. I used to just be posting videos, million views, 10K followers growing all the time, man. It was different back then. But yeah, man, I've been doing it for a minute.
No, for sure. So your story is a little bit different because you're from a city called Modesto outside of California, right?
Yeah, man. It's a small city, man. It's like 250,000 people. That's not a lot. It's a small town. But I was born and raised there, and then middle school, high school, I started rapping and posting videos and got recognition, and labels would email me, yo, like, let me fly you out to LA. Let me fly you out to Miami. I just started moving around, and then I moved to LA, but it's like I manifested all that. All of my old music, it said I want to live in LA and this and that. So you got, you know what I mean?
It's the best feeling, you know. It's like when you say something and it becomes like true life.
For real, your words are powerful, man.
So like there must not be that many studios out there in Modesto then.
Mm-mm. There's like one studio now, literally one studio. But coming up, when I was around, there wasn't even that studio. I was getting it out of my dad's garage, sock on the microphone. Man, literally, that's how we did it. Brothers, my song, I never re-recorded that. 29, I never re-recorded that. Those are all in the garage.
Mm-hmm. No, that's sick. Because one of your siblings was also doing music too, right? In a band, right?
Yeah, my older brother Aaron, he's in a like an indie band, man. He loves music, man. He definitely gave me more of a love for it too and a passion. Like I was probably like 5 years old and they were playing drums and hardcore band back then. So I would just be witnessing all day bands, practices, song structure, what they were doing, shows they were booking in high school, just like random stuff, you know. But man, he's still chasing his dreams too. He's still trying to get it going.
Shout out the family, man. That's the best to have that motivation come within.
No talk.
So your song Costa Rica with Kid Laroi blew up when you were in the pandemic. You know, you were like at home and all that stuff. What was that feeling like?
It was weird.
Yeah.
Cause it was like hard to believe I was lit. Cause it was like all this media stuff and like Instagram and TikTok, everything, views, everything was lit. But I was stuck inside the house, so I couldn't really see it firsthand until like, man, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like it blew up before COVID a little bit. Like as it hit its peak, we hit COVID because I was on tour with Mosey in Europe before COVID, and like it was like when COVID was only in Italy. You remember that? When it was like it didn't touch anywhere yet.
Yeah.
We were in Europe doing the tour, and then we were supposed to come back and do 40 shows, like United States, and they canceled. NBA canceled that day. The whole tour canceled. We were like, wow.
That was like the whole world stopped, and you're like, damn, does this really happen?
But it was weird though, cause like the song, I never got to see it for like in real life, like. Because Costa Rica kept getting bigger and bigger because Laroi was getting bigger and bigger. So it just like, that song blew up with Laroi. So man, that song had so many legs on it.
You're pushing like a couple billion views on that one now, right? Yeah. Like across everything.
Yeah, man, I just got the word from my team that I hit 1 billion streams on all my shit from Pain is Temporary to 29, one album type shit. Crazy.
Because you're talking about once like you were hitting like 40,000 when you first started releasing stuff and you're like, all right, that's sick. But this is like some next level, like,
yeah, this shit's wild. This shit's crazy, bro. I don't know, man.
So you started off your career with your given name, and then you switched it over to the Bankrol name because it sounded sick, right?
Yeah, I had my name like just my first and last name. I thought that was like some Kendrick Lamar shit. You know what I mean? Like maybe this would be smooth, but then I just felt like my last name was like not ringing right, and then I was like, yeah. Just came up with like 10 different names in one day, and then I don't know what it was, bro. People ask me how you come up with Bankrol, bro. I don't even remember. Like I was just trying to come up with a rap name and it stuck. I just was like, all right, this is it. And people started calling me Bankrol. Sometimes people will call me Bankrol nowadays. They'd be like, yo, Bankrol. I'll be like, yo.
You're like, yo, shit, that's me.
Yeah, what's up, man? But it's cool. I mean, you know, sometimes I think whenever I have like I don't even want to tell people, but like whenever I want to change and like do a whole different rebrand, I'm gonna just be Hayden. I ain't even gonna be Bankrol Hayden. You know what I mean? But that's like years away. You know what I mean?
That's the next like.
That's like
artist transition kind
of thing.
That's
like when I go through my little shift in this shit. That's when you start dressing different, talking different. Everything.
Start releasing the albums like a tuxedo and shit like that, just like R&B.
I don't even know. It's gonna be some crazy shit though. Just Hayden.
That's what's up. So the album cover of your album is the number 29, which is based on the story of your life. So what was the decision to go with that number for the album cover?
I was talking with somebody from my team. We're like, what should we call the album? Had like 5 different names, and I feel like nothing like resonated with me or stuck with me. He was like, bro, like you always talk about, not you always talk about it, but whenever you talk about 29 and what it means, your energy shifts. Like he's like you start, you like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just start, like he said, it just feels different when you talk about that versus anything else. Like it just feels super real and super like I tense up like a turtle going in his shell. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that shit's like real to me. So I was like, man, I want to call the album 29. And it's simple. It's just a number. It's not a whole long ass name. Like I just
symbolic
like,
to you too, because that's your
and
life
it's personal. Like it has to do with my life. So yeah, like for people that don't know, it's the day my grandma died, November 29th.
Condolences.
And I was like probably 8th grade then, and then I was in a car crash, November 29th. But like years later, but I literally crashed like on her street, like a block away from my grandma's house. So it was like I felt like she was like watching me, and that's when I started thinking about the number 29. I'm like, it's weird. Like my grandma died this day and same month and this and that. And then like just as time went on, as I got older, I always see that number like everywhere. I'll see
like
that
an angel
number
kind of thing. Yeah.
Like out here, I've seen that number millions of times. I don't know if it's just like my brain looks for that number, but like it's like anytime I look out, I see that number. It's crazy. At least once a day, I see it.
No, for real. So that's like turning tragedy into triumph, because you know you see these two situations, and they both go. What you were in the hospital for a while too, kind of recovering from this accident. What gave you like the motivation? Because a lot of people would have given up, you know, but you were able to use that as fuel to give you the career you wanted.
Man, I don't know how I use it as fuel, man. I just always thought pain is temporary. My aunt used to tell me too that before her mom passed away, she was like, yo, like she had like bad hearts, and she would be in the hospital, and she was like complaining, and then she would be like telling my aunt like, yo, like she would walk around the hospital, and it'd be like people no legs, people no arm, people can't move, can't breathe, can't walk. And she like, damn, I don't even got it as bad as that. That's really how it is. And that was the same for me when I was in the hospital. Like, I thought I had it so bad, but then when I would walk around, because every day you got to walk, you got to keep your blood flowing so you don't get blood clogs. So I would walk and do a daily walk, and everyone would have their door open. I would just look in every door, and it'd be like people with tubes, people arm gone, people messed up, like shit you never even seen. So like, I feel like I didn't even have it that bad, and I'm like, I got to turn this negative to a positive, you know?
That's a big thing too, because when you look at perspective, you know, there's always somebody else that could potentially be going through something worse, you know? So like, that situation might not, you know, it's just perspective is a hell of a thing, you know, it's crazy.
No, yeah, that's hard.
So it's like, so you did something cool too. You did something called Thanksgiving, you know, and then you raised money with the show, and then you donated to the ICU unit that helped you kind of.
Yeah, I was in the ICU unit in Modesto, California, and the show I hosted all by myself. I didn't have a manager, I didn't have a label, just me and my aunt, bro. We did that show, sold it out, made like, I don't even remember how much it was. But we gave the whole money to the hospital after we took out the expenses of everything, and it was like $8,000, $7,000 we gave to the hospital, I think.
Yeah, respect.
And like, yo, they put me on the wall in there, like my name's in there if I go in the hospital. It's hard, but yeah, I was in the ICU there, life support for like 6 days. Didn't eat, didn't drink, just literally like, I didn't even get to eat chicken broth for like a week. After a week, I was able to eat just broth, no food, no nothing. So then after that week, they transferred me to South Sacramento, and that's why I had like my back surgery. I had surgery on my arm. I got a bar in my arm for life. I have bars in my back too. I had 2 surgeries on my back to get it put in and get it took out. And then I have like a shit bag right here too. It's gone now, but I used to have to use the restroom on my stomach, real talk, bags and all type of stuff, man. I broke.
It's your intestine, right?
Yeah. My small intestine. It's a certain word, but I pronounce it wrong every time, so I don't want to disrespect nobody that have it. But then I broke 3 ribs on this side too. So
how do you like do the movement when you're on stage and stuff like that? Because it's like, it's hard to do it like without that, but you know, you got the movement going.
Bro, honestly, I only feel pain in my back, and like I still give the crowd everything. Like I just crowd surfed the other day. I just jumped off the top of the venue on my back, like on some crazy shit. Like I'd still turn up, man, but I know it's all gonna catch up to me when I'm old, but like, it's just what it is. I talked to my aunt about that. I'm like, yo, arthritis a real thing? Like, yeah, shit's real.
It's no joke. Yeah.
But I'm just trying to take advantage while I'm young, man. Just live life.
Respect to you for being able to push through that. You know, that's a big thing too. It's not only as a person, but as an artist from both sides. You know?
Yeah.
So what's something the fans wouldn't know about you, and what's your favorite bar?
Say that again. What's something?
Some of your fans wouldn't know about you.
Wouldn't?
Yeah, wouldn't know.
Think about something they wouldn't know about me. My bad.
No, you're good.
What's something? Say that again so I could think.
Some of your fans wouldn't know about you. Or like, what's your favorite bar?
What's something my fans wouldn't know about me? That's a good question. I'm really trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't know I'm funny. Cause I really don't show that on Instagram and TikTok. I'm super like serious and shit. But like if I kid around, just like me, security, DJ, Shaq, we goofy. All cameras off, we all goofy as fuck, fucking around. But that's probably about it. I don't know. I don't really know anything else. That's the only thing that came to my head.
Is there any point that you're gonna get like a comedy show going? You know,
Nah. I just be trolling, man. I'll be saying shit. People be like, "Wait, what? You serious?" Like I'll be like, "Nah."
Yeah. Remember that one show like Punch, where they just go around and, like joke on people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, whose artist is this? Bro, this weak ass music.
Yeah,
no, that's my song.
That's crazy. Fucking. So, There's one thing actually Drake did with SNL where he went into the street of LA and then he had like some get up on and then he'd be like, yo, what do you think about Drake? And they'd be like, yo,
oh yeah, that was
that
crazy.
guy, he kind of trash. And
Yeah, I would do shit
"All
like
right."
that.
No, that'd be
That
crazy.
shit funny.
So, what's your favorite?
Oh, what's something people don't know too? I got an artist, man. Shout out Fort Kari, man. I got a Bankrol Records, man. Tap in with Fort Kari, man. You the truth, man. Remember me saying this in Toronto too. Remember me saying this.
This is the first you heard it.
Yeah.
What? So you're gonna like? Do you executive produce that guy's albums and all that stuff?
Man, I've signed him when Costa Rica dropped, but man, he put in the work himself, bro. Real shit. He's self-made. He got hits, bro. Y'all gotta just go look into his music. Can't say too much, but he could go, man.
That's dope. I'm gonna look forward to that.
Nah, for real.
So what's your favorite bar? Because on this album, there's a lot of like, ups and downs with like your life and all that, and there's like, you talk about trusting friends, this and that, but what's the bar that means the most to you on this latest album?
I blew my first advance so quick. Gotta watch my spending habits. Yeah. That shit hit different. Every time I hear that shit live, I'm like, fuck.
I saw that video at Icebox and you just got all the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, you know what I'm saying? I just learned my lessons and shit. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. So you're not gonna buy the Lamborghini next is what you're saying.
No, I'm still gonna cash out, man. You know what I'm saying? I just bought the Celine Johns yesterday. I'll still be dropping the bag, you know what I'm saying? But I'll just be trying to live below my means now a little bit. Coming up, bro, I try to keep up with everybody. I was spending $10,000 at Neiman every Friday, just going crazy.
No
Like,
life to live,
didn't know about taxes, man. That's the problem with these bitch ass labels is they don't tell nobody about taxes. Y'all gotta educate your artists, bro. Real shit.
No, I saw too that you were big on like investments growing up too.
And
right?
I ain't even talking about Atlantic. I'm talking about every label in a whole. I'm saying every label should, when you sign a deal, they should be like, yo, X, Y, and Z, taxes. You know what I'm saying? Because these accountants, these people, they don't want you to do it. They want you to fail so they got power over you and shit. You know what I mean?
So you're going to be like in a lifetime contract kind of thing.
Yeah, I was talking about that, with, what they call, I did an interview with them, bro. It's, and they legend, Cypress Hill and them. You know what I'm talking about? Be Real?
Yeah.
Be Real podcast, we was talking about that, and they was just like, man, these labels, they don't educate their artists about taxes. Neither does school. I blame high schools too.
They do.
High schools, when you go to high school, it don't even matter if you a rapper. If you a regular person, you should know about taxes. People don't know. Young kids, 18, 21, they don't know shit about taxes.
They don't teach that in school, and they definitely have to change the curriculum to like fix that. Yeah.
Real shit. I feel like there should be some direction on that.
Because it's not like if you forget about it, you're not like going anywhere. You're going to jail. IRS doesn't play.
Yeah, real shit. They don't, man. There's a lot of people's favorite rappers that done owed the IRS millions and millions and went broke, bro. Real talk.
No, that's tough.
IRS is not the one to play with.
No, they're gonna come with the full guns. So
To love you, the IRS.
Shout out to IRS.
Don't come after me. I love you.
So to sign off, if you were to give yourself some advice that you knew at the beginning of your career to give yourself some kind of a speed boost, what would you tell yourself?
Like if you saying if I had some more advice, restart now type shit.
Yeah.
Don't overthink. Just like create. Like I feel like sometimes I judge myself too much. This ain't hard. This ain't this, and I'm just wasting time. Years go by. Like it's like what are you doing? Like drop. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like overthinking is just the worst thing to have in this shit. Real talk.
That's the thing, man, because so many people sit on music and they're just like, yo, should I drop it? Should I drop it? And then even like you were sitting on your song and then everybody was like, yo, drop on TikTok too, right?
Yeah, and it's
then it
like, bro,
became huge.
we're all human. It's like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no point to overthink. It's your own art. It's coming from your own soul. There's no point to overthink. If you thought of it, you thought of it for a reason. Type shit.
No, straight up. And everything that's meant to be will be.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. No, respect, man. So that's the time we have today. Go on
Appreciate
further,
you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thanks for your time.
No, respect.
Good looking.